Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Fitri Hakimi. Matric number 01DAD 24F1098. Today I would like to talk about hazard identification, risk assessment and risk control, aka HIRAC. What is HIRAC? HIRAC is a way to identify hazards in a place, assess how dangerous the risk is, and then take steps to reduce or avoid the risk. There are 5 types of hazard. Number 1 is physical hazard. Number 2 is biological hazard. Number 3 is chemical hazard. Number 4 is ergonomic hazard. And number 5 is psychological hazard. For physical hazard in OSHA refer to the potential risk that can cause physical harm or injury to workers due to physical agents, factor and condition present in the workplace. There are 6 examples of physical hazard. Number 1, slip, trips and fall. Number 2, exposure to harmful substances. Number 3, confined space. Number 4, electricity. Number 5, extreme temperature. And number 6, toxic material. The second hazard is biological hazard. Biological hazard are disease-producing agents that can be transmitted to individuals through various routes of exposure. Exposure to this hazard may result in acute or chronic health condition. There are 5 types of biological hazard. Number 1 is microorganism. For example, virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. The reaction of this biological hazard is infection exposure, allergic reaction. Number 2 is arthropod. For example, insect. The reaction of this biological hazard is skin inflammation, allergic reaction, systemic intoxication, transmission of infectious agent. Number 3 is allergen. For example, from higher plants. The reaction from this biological hazard is dermatitis, rhinitis and asthma. Number 5 is protein allergen. For example, vertebrate animal such as urine, feces, hair, saliva and dander. The reaction of this biological hazard is allergic reaction. Number 5 is parasite. For example, ticks, hookworms, pinworms. The reaction of this biological hazard is skin reaction, inflammatory response, allergic reaction. The third hazard is chemical hazard. Chemical hazard and toxic substances pose a wide range of health hazards such as irritation, sensitization and carcinogenicity, and physical hazards such as flammability, corrosion and explosibility. The example of chemical hazard is environmental hazard, acutely toxic, gas under pressure, corrosive, explosive and flammable. Other than that is moderate hazard, oxidizing and health hazard. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Ashraf bin Ashraf and my matrix number is 01DAD24F1101. I want to talk about ergonomic hazards. Ergonomic hazards are workplace situations that cause wear and tear on the body and can cause injury. These include repetition, awkward posture, forceful motion, stationary position, direct pressure, vibration, extreme temperature, noise and work stress. Next, I want to talk about psychological hazards. Psychological hazards are aspects of the work environment and the way that work is organized that are associated with mental disorder or physical injury. For example, shift work, long work hours, and bullying. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ahmad Fizrul bin Ahmad. My registration number is 01DAD24F1099. I want to tell you about hazard identification. Hazard identification is very important process for a company to dealing with workplace accident. This process are essential to managing risk and security protocol aimed at identify possible source of danger resulting in minor, moderate or major injuries. This method also used in various environments such as workplace, research laboratory and public space. Next step in hazard identification. First, collect information. You can collect all the data about the environment, the material used, the manufacturing process and the equipment used. Review past incident and industry standard. Second, walk through inspection. Inspection should be conducted on site to observe employees' practice, workflow and operation. Look for potential hazard in chemical, machine and environmental condition. Third, employee input. Interviewing employees who are used to doing daily operations. They can help to identify hazards that are not immediately visible. Next, checklist. Create a checklist to ensure you cover common hazards such as chemical exposure, physical risk and ergonomic issue. Then, risk assessment. Analyze the identified risk to determine the impact and any possibilities. This will help to prioritize the serious hazard first. Last, documentation. Keep detailed record of hazard identified, hazard assessment and any actions taken or recommendation made.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adlan bin Zulfakri. Registration number 01DAD24F1096. Today I'm gonna talk about risk assessment. Risk assessment is the process of evaluating the risk to safety and health arising from hazard at work, and risk assessment result is documented and used for risk control in OSHA management and future reference and review. We need to carry out and review to give organization a more effective way of managing hazard. The risk assessment need to carry out before operation, during operation and after operation by person or persons trained to identify hazard and risk assessment. There is a few steps to make risk assessment. Firstly, we need to identify hazard. Secondly, we need to determine who might be harmed. Third, we need to evaluate the risk. The fourth, we need to record the finding. And the last one, review assessment and revise it if it necessary. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I'm going to talk about risk control. Risk control is measure or action taken to eliminate the risk or minimize the risk of the person exposed to the hazard. There's a lot of type can be detected in our surrounding. Example that I want to bring here is in the bathroom. The first risk that might happen is slippery in the bathroom that can cause serious injury. To control this risk, we can install an anti-slip toilet mat to give a grip on our feet so as not to fall. Next, bathroom has a lot of bacteria that will cause health problem to human. We should always wash the toilet and use disinfection soap to control the risk. Furthermore, electrical equipment that is placed nearby with water that will cause electric shock is one of the hazard. This can control by place electrical equipment in a safe place and away from water.
My name is Muhammad Haidil bin Zainuddin. My metric number 01DAD24F1097. I want to talk about high reform. High reform is serve an introduction and purpose to safety in work area. And then high reform is also used to identify resistance to damage and hazard in the some place. Hazard is the potential to cause harm and risk is likelihood of harm taking place. Example reform at the slide we show. The example of hazard identification is slippery, incorrect wiring, gas leaking, sharp object and rust object. The risk control, for example, refer to the strategies and measures implemented to mitigate or eliminate risk. The risk assessment, the process of evaluating and risk to safety and health for hazard at the workplace. That's all from me. Thank you.
Happy, happy, happy.